He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball top number you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man we all shout proper. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. To the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just for fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man we all shout proper.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to VP4TV. We've got a round 4 match in the 2020, I'll say that again, the 2024 Virtual Black Ball World Championships. CheekyChico's arrived in the lobby. Matt hasn't showed up yet. He's got 4 minutes before the clock starts ticking, and this could be quite a close match with these two. I think they're well matched, a pair of them. And if we have a quick look at the bracket, we can see that Chico came through in that final rat decider against Larry in round 3 to get here. Matt, well, Bankster was in the match and then fell out of the match, basically. That's how that sort of went. Matt had a reasonably comfortable win in the end, 11 racks to 6 against Bankster. That's the top half of the draw. If we look at the bottom half, we've got Semi-Pro lined up against Albinario. They've still to arrange their match. The deadline date is the 23rd, so what the hell date is that? Is that next Monday, I think? Christmas Day's the Wednesday, isn't it? Something like that. Anyway, they've still to arrange their match, so that's where we're up to. There's one remaining match on the schedule today. That is Spud Boy and Larry at 8 o'clock tonight. So we wait. In fact, Matt has arrived, so Spectrodon's playing Scooby in a 9-ball match at the moment. So we're in good time. We've got 2 minutes to go. Now, obviously, with us being quite early East Coast and West Coast of the States, Steve didn't give any hint last night that he was intended to be here. In fact, he's not in the lobby, so you'll just have to put up with me this afternoon. So hopefully the chat's working okay. The chat bot, I'm looking at my phone, it says that the Botrix chat bot has correctly joined the chat. That's how the chat works with that bot. So that's working on my phone at the moment. Now, having said that CheekyChico arrived, but he never went into a room to do any practice. Matt's arrived, and that's the first thing he's done. He's went in just to get a little warm-up. I don't know whether it really makes a big difference, but here's hoping it's a good, close match. We've seen how crazy the game can get with this cue ball. Well, there's a name I've never seen before. Ngoch. What the hell's that? Where's he from? Another gratis player, Vietnam. There we go. There's another Vietnamese player. So that's 2 of them there. Filipino. Another Vietnam. There's a 3rd Vietnamese player. There's a 4th one. Where the hell are they all? I know they're coming from Vietnam, but how the hell are they finding their way here? That's what I'd like to know. That's about 5 different Vietnamese players, all gratis, of course. Anyway, it's better than having nobody here, let's put it that way. In fact, if it wasn't for them, we'd only have 30 in the bloody lobby. There we are. Right, so I'm rabbiting away here and the room's up. Let's get in. Well, CheekyChico's in, Matt's still to arrive, and Matt has arrived. CheekyChico on the right-hand side, lag for the break, race to 11. And here's hoping it's a good one. And it looks as if CheekyChico's won this lag. It's strange how the Vietnamese players have found Virtual Pool 4. Was that the black ball that went in there? It must have. It's strange how they've found it. I mean, it's not as if Steve's, as far as we know, he's not doing any advertising anywhere. So how the hell did they find out about it? That's a bit that's puzzled me. But I think the other thing is that before they started appearing here, the one thing I noticed when I was sort of scouting about, looking in the shooters pool lobby that I do every couple of months or so, that's the one thing I noticed, that the shooters pool lobby, well, not so much the lobby, but players that are online and in-game, many of them were all from the Far East. They were all from Vietnam and all of those places. So this is what we're getting is overspill from shooters pool. I think that's what's happened. But we're not getting enough of them. That's the problem. But anyway, CheekyChico, having won the lag and broke off, second time lucky, he has got, well, I was going to say he's got a great table, but that's a bad miss there into the side. I had already given him the rack there. That's a bad miss. I mean, the table wide open, and those opportunities you've got to take. Now there's chat coming up on my phone that isn't coming up on the screen. Oh, there it is there. There's just a bit more of a delay with the chat there. Well, here's an interesting thing, Slim. The Scottish Open, they have the home nation snooker tournaments over here. You have the Welsh Open, the English Open, the Irish Open and the Scottish Open. And the Scottish Open runs this week before Christmas. Well, it finishes tonight, actually. And the interesting thing about that is there's two Chinese players in the final. There's not a UK player or anybody there. Mark Allen from Northern Ireland was the last player that had a chance to get to the final today. He's won it twice, and he was, when I went to bed, he was leading like 4 frames to 2, and he ended up losing a final frame decider 6 frames to 5 last night. I can't remember his name, Lee Pen Fang or something his name was. So it's two Chinese players in a ranking final today, which will already have started. Goodness knows what the score is. And I'm actually streaming this, and there's the League Cup final between Celtic and Rangers is on today. It doesn't start till 3:30, so hopefully this match won't take that long. But anyway, CheekyChico might be counting his losses here because he had a great chance to win that first rack there, and he's let it go. But Matt has hung the yellow, although Chico's odds in getting out are still fairly slim because the yellow blocks the pocket for the 8, and the 8 is going nowhere fast sitting there. So now Chico could try and play a dirty little snooker here by skimming off the right side of that red and trying to tuck up. Well, that's a great shot, if only just to clear the pocket. The problem is now that unless he pots this red, Matt's going to win the rack. I don't know whether he can get enough of this red. No. Well, it was all to no avail in the end. In fact, I think he was glad he got a second chance there. But Matt's going to pinch this first rack on CheekyChico's break. And I think a yellow went into the top right, one went into the bottom left at least. Yep, 2 yellows have gone. And that little combo is fine, but the problem is the isolated yellow that's above those 2 reds on the right side there. That's the problem, and he might be on it. He might be on it. That's beautiful. Well, dare I say it, Matt's got a great opportunity here to drive the advantage home for a 2-0 lead. Now, does he want to take the one over the top left first? Because, see, the problem is I think the one on the right side, I think he should cut that, because the problem with taking the one in the top left first is that red gets in the way when you're trying to pot the yellow in the top right. So I think if he's going to take this top left one, he might be taking this one down the rail first and then bumping the red with that last yellow to play the 8 ball into the side. That might be a good plan. Yeah, is that going to take the pocket? Yes, it has. Right, well, he's actually got himself bolt straight, so he can just tap it in gentle, and that's perfect. So Matt's using the advantage of his gentle touch that he has. Strokes the ball very nicely, and a 2-0 lead. And CheekyChico, of course, what do you get when you're 2-0 behind and it's your break? You come up dry. And this could be a nightmare start for CheekyChico. And Matt straight away on the yellows. These yellows have all got pockets, and it's going to be 3-0 here. Unless he makes a big mistake, because these yellows have all got places to go. A very good table. 8 ball is sitting wide open down here. Very handy. I can't see where this is going to go wrong. All he has to do is just get the pattern in his head and then stick to it. Well, I don't know whether... I think he might have a slight angle on that one into the side. But he's got to get back. He's just overcooked it. Again, just getting outdone by the weight of this cue ball. Now suddenly it's not quite as simple. And that's not going to go in. Well, Chico's problem is obviously there. But I think he's got to try and see if he can dig out a free shot here from Matt. I think that's probably the only way he's going to win this rack, if he can make use of a free shot and if he can get one. Because if he starts potting balls, his problem is that it doesn't go past the yellow and it doesn't go past the 8 ball. I'm pretty certain it doesn't. It's far too tight. And not only that, it's getting there that's the other problem. Cue ball's letting loose. Well, that's no good. Although the yellow's not potting, is it? In fact, it will if you maybe go up and down and try and kick it. I'm not so sure you can get it from that angle. Yes, it went in off the red. Well, Chico needs to try and find a way into this game, because it ain't happening for him at the moment. Wasn't helped by the dry break, I don't think. I'm pretty certain he did dry break there. And that's got a ball. Not quite as inviting a table here. He's tried to bump on the red, and that's freed up the red and freed up the 8 ball. He's still got the issue with the red that's near the 8 ball. I mean, you can certainly have a shot at it, but you've got to find a spot to get to it. It's so tight. So Matt's got control of the top end of the table there. especially in the right side. I'm looking to see Chico can't play the red next to the 8 ball. And, well, what am I talking about? He's in the yellows. Well, Matt, for wanting a better thing, could easily move, just bump that red and try and come in behind the 8 ball just to get the red in play and make it more accessible, and he never done it. See, again, he had an opportunity there where he could have just bumped that red up the table and killed the cue ball, and all he would have left was that yellow there for Chico. And his red's still in no better position where it's sitting. Now I've got an itchy nose again. That's going to the jaw. That's never going in. Well, that's now opened up the red for Matt. The table is his to do with what he wants with it. Well, the 3 ball combo isn't an issue. Well, he's going to maybe have to play the combo again here, yeah. He's got to be careful. Yeah, he's bumped to yellow, but he can see enough of the red. Well, the thing is, Chico, you've got to work to find a way into this. Matt's not going to be sitting dishing out that much charity here, but you'll certainly help the situation getting a ball in the break. Well, he's got that. And, well, the 8 ball's going in. So take 2. Oh, the cue ball.
Where's the cue ball going?
Almost. But once again, he gets a second go at it and he's come up dry. This is not helping his cause. I don't think he's got much of a start here at all, Matt. I don't see anything. I don't think there's anything he can go for here. He can't get to anything to pot it. Yeah, that was, well, I suppose Chico could consider himself fairly fortunate that Matt didn't get in and get a good start there, but Chico, well, you can't be missing shots. Unforced errors are going to be a nightmare, and they're going to be adding to your downfall at the end of the day. It's bad enough the scoreline as it is, but missing pots right off the bat, that ain't going to help you. He might be a bit too straight in this yellow. Oh, he's got a slight angle. Now, he might bump the other yellow. It wouldn't do him any harm, but he wants to get to that one up in the long rail on the right side. And he'd probably take this other yellow while he's on it. And this is all straightforward. Kill the cue ball, roll the yellow, and roll the 8 ball in it, and suddenly it's 5-0. This could end up in a blitz here the way this is going. Good afternoon to Cobra. Well, this is not what we thought it was going to be. And CheekyChico's in a bad enough condition at the moment, but that pot that he missed, that is not doing him any good. He might be getting a wee bit sort of desperate to try and get off the mark. But when you start getting that wee bit of stress into your game, then you're probably just capitulating and falling into the trap and making it that bit more easy for your opponent. So Matt's off and running again on the yellows. Not quite as straightforward again either. He's doing his best to try and leave himself some sort of shot. Hang on a minute to get my buttons right. Well, that's moved the yellow. And he's got no shot. He's got he's got a very thin edge of his yellow that he might even foul the red trying to get there. Now this right now is as good an opportunity that Chico's had in the match, and this table he must get out. If he doesn't get out here, he's doomed, really. We've seen it time and time again. You know, these balls are sitting pretty good. It's not quite as guaranteed that you're going to find your way around them, because the cue ball control is unreliable in certain situations, particularly where you're running off a rail. You're not quite certain of how the spin's working, and Chico trying to get out of there. He might still be lucky. He's still got a shot. Now he's got to try and get onto that one in the right rail here, and he's got an angle where he can do that. Aye, but then again, the old stun shots into the jaws at pace, they won't go in. So that's a chance come and gone. Oh, Matt's ran on top of the yellow. I thought he would have stunned that in as well, but he's just tried to run through and go past the yellow, and he's landed right on top of it. Well, the bank is on. Oh, Chico better get ready. He might be getting another go here. But it looks a decent enough bank. Well, it's not going to get there. He gave it the right pace, though. So this is definitely Chico's chance to get off the mark. But is he going to take the one in the rail first? That's a bit sweaty, taking that one. He could easily cut the one in up top and come back up the table for that red. Yeah, he's went to the rail, but it's gone in. Now this is tricky as well, because again he's got himself too straight on the one into the corner. And now he's trying to get out clean, and he didn't want to bump it. And suddenly it's difficult. And again, of course, he can't just be thinking about potting the red. He's got to get the cue ball back up the table for this 8-ball, and that'll do. That's very well done. So now, just pocket weight and give it every chance to go in to get off the mark. Just a dead weight roll, that's all you do here. Oh. Well, Chico stole that one off Matt's break, but, well, a couple of reds have got in at last, and these reds are perfect. He's got to be on the reds. He's got to take. He's looking at yellows. I don't know why. Is he actually studying this table? Oh, I'll tell you something. I think he's made a complete arse with that choice. I have not a clue. Well, I didn't think that yellow went. Maybe he's going to prove me wrong. I thought those two yellows were tied up there. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, is he trying to speed up to get into this? Because straight away he's almost got himself in trouble. Now, the 8 ball goes past the red. That yellow up to the top corner, yellow into the side, yellow into the bottom left corner, and 8 ball into the side. That looks like the plan here. So this again, just dead weight. Dead weight and nothing else. Cue ball's not going to run away. I don't know why he's digging down with draw. Ah, he's held it. So, all credit to Chico there. He proved me wrong because I thought he was taking the wrong set of balls when I thought those two yellows were tied up, but apparently one of them went anyway. And Matt's break gives him a ball, and he's got a combo here with the red and yellow into this bottom right hand corner. Now that would mean he'd be on the yellows, which would also mean he's got to deal with those two yellows over by the red there. And he's not really improved the situation a great deal here. So he's not really got a ball that's very handy, and I think he's finished the wrong side on that one into the middle. Oh no, he's got an angle. Well, this is all or nothing. This to get a shot.
Where's the cue ball going?
Well, there you go, Chico. That's what you need. You need a little bit of help. Now, we'll know how Chico's thinking, because if he's going to be committed to getting out here, he's got to make sure he can deal with that red that's right next to the yellow, and he hasn't done that. See, those two yellows there, if he was 100% committed to getting out here, he would immediately have dealt with that. Let me have a look. Well, you can still pot that from this side. See, now he's bumped it into play. He's still fortunate enough he's got a shot into the side. So the table's there for him, but again, he's in too much of a hurry, and that's careless and sloppy. I mean, there's a gilt-edge opportunity thrown away there. That's a terrible shot he's just played there. That's far too much in a hurry, not giving it enough respect. And, you know, running into jaws in the side pocket there in this table, it ain't going to happen for you. And that's just not applying himself and focusing on that shot there. And that's, is it going to cost him? It still might not. Well, it looks like it now, though. That's a terrible mistake. I mean, that's a big, big swing again. He was looking for 3 racks in a row there. And, well, where's this cue ball finishing? Oh, I'll tell you, he's just got, well, he's going to have to tweak this. And he's let Chico off the hook here. And the cue ball catching Matt out there, running far too far. And Chico is getting a second go here. And he's got to make this count, I'll tell you, because he could have regretted that careless shot into the side pocket. He's got to make this count. I'll now keep it simple, just a straight pot up table. Let the cue ball maybe run out if he wants to straighten up this red into the other corner. Oh, he had a nice angle to hold it. Well, he's got the wrong angle the other way, though. So, you know, he's got to give this a bit more care and attention, this 8 ball. And that's better. Well, CheekyChico got off the hook there. Matt had it on a plate for him, but the cue ball catching Matt out gave Chico the chance to redeem himself. Ball went in again. Chico gets a second go, and of course he's going to come up dry again, is he? Yeah. There you go. I think that's twice that's happened to Chico. He's broke twice. The 8 balls gone in. He's had, you know, maybe other balls on the break as well. And then, of course, it's re-racked. And then he breaks dry the second time. And Matt has got an excellent table here to redress the balance here and open that gap again. Oh, look who's arrived. Well, he's playing this one. He's got to make sure he still has a shot. Has he still got a shot? Yes, he does. Well, again, this table looks so simple with the red right in the middle of the table. And he's suddenly gone wrong. Well, there's a dodgy gap. He's trying to pot this into. Look at that. 10 out of 10 if he gets this. Well, he hasn't hit a rail, and Matt's forgotten about that there. And Chico's got his free shot to deal with his problem yellow. And now Chico, it's wake-up time, because this was looking dire at 5-0, and suddenly he's got a chance to get back to within 1. But I mean, I would like to see him just give a wee bit more thought, because there's always this threat he's going to make some stupid unforced error. We've seen a couple of them already from him. I don't know whether he thinks playing that bit faster is helping his game or not, but I think it's contributing to the mistakes he's made so far. But this table, again, just crying out to be run out, and he's not sitting good here. The cue ball, he was hoping that was coming up here, you know, to have a much simpler line on this yellow. It's not quite as simple now. A good recovery though. And it looks very much like game on now. And even that shot, he's just stunned it a bit more than he maybe intended to. Well, the break goes back to Matt for the next rack. Well, it's certainly a much more inviting looking scoreboard now for Chico. Watch the cue ball.
Where's the cue ball going?
In the hole. And straight away, Chico's got a free shot to do with what he wants. And, well, he's got a problem on the left side of the table with the red and yellow up top. Although if he's not taking the reds, he's taking the yellows. So we need to look at this yellow here, that he can get a cut in that. Well, I think that's tight. I don't know that is he trying to play this? This red might be in the way, trying to get the bump in that red and yellow. The red above the yellow might be in the way here. Yep. And I think he should have dealt with that with his free shot, that situation. And it still puzzles me why players don't look at where the problem is ahead and deal with it with a free shot. The waste of free shot just simply potting a ball. It's crazy. I mean, looking at that table, when Chico came to the table there, the first thing that crossed my mind was the reds and yellows on the left side were the issue. And then he ends up getting that free shot. Why does he not deal with the issue? It just baffles me, because when it came to it, he ended up with not a good shot to try and play the breakout. Got me puzzled. Stubbs, supreme ruler of VP4. Well, I'll tell you, you're certainly deluded in the head, Stubb. Well, this is not comfortable for Matt. I mean, the red's bad enough, but making sure you get back onto this 8-ball is not a guarantee. What's the cue ball?
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh, disaster again. And this match might be turning in its head here for Chico, because Matt is contributing to his own downfall here as well. And again, the cue ball catching players out. He wasn't sitting great on that red. And the cue ball running loose, it finds a pocket. And I don't know whether Chico's got the right angle on this, has he? No, he's going to have to just jab it back a wee bit. That's fine.
Where's the cue ball going?
Nearly again. Nearly gone again with that cue ball. Well, who would have believed this 25 minutes ago at 5-0 down, that suddenly it was going to be 5 apiece? And Chico gets a ball in the break. Well, I mean, I'm looking at there's the reds, not a problem there, not a problem there. The only problem is there. That's the worry. And then, of course, the other problem is that. Now, the yellows, well, that would have been a problem in there. Well, he's plumped for reds, so we'll see how he deals with this situation in the middle of the table. Well, he's bumped his red, but it's not really done him any good. But has he got a shot in the gap? Oh, he might have. He might have to tweak it a wee bit. But he never played it, so he obviously didn't think he had a shot. But the angle he's got now, he can get a hit. Well, Chico's obviously running out of balls to do stuff with them, and he's just tried to manoeuvre that and create a problem for Matt, which he has done. And it was about time he locked something up there. And Matt's played a clever little one. Blocked Chico off in the red on the left side. He could just get to the rail and touch the one down. So that, he did get to a rail. I tell a lie, he didn't need to. He was snookered, wasn't he? Or was he? I don't know. I never saw a message coming up the screen. I'm too busy looking at the balls rather than looking at the messages. Well, who's going to make the wrong move? Now, was that legal? Yes, it was. And that hit there has suddenly made it much more interesting here in Chico's favour, because the red's right over the pocket. The other one you can certainly get to, and the 8-ball goes into the side. And Matt's got that problem with that yellow right in front of his cue ball. He's trying to get a bump to improve it. Well, at least it's in a position where he can get to it easier, but has it got a pocket? That's the question. The answer to that is not really when you look at how tight that is into the side. I think Matt's got to do a bit of ducking and diving here. He's got to try and play the hook here one way or another. I don't think... I mean, he could certainly try getting that yellow in or over the top left pocket, but I think he's trying to go for the hook, or at least create a problem, and that's not bad. He's calling Chico's bluff here, because Chico can't get to that. In fact, he's actually hit the yellow. That's a disaster. I wasn't expecting that. He's given a free shot to Matt. So Matt can get rid of the blocking red by... Well, I thought he would actually cut that yellow onto the red. I'm surprised he didn't do that. I'm surprised he didn't play that yellow onto the red. Well, he's got there anyway. He's got a shot on it. But that would have been an immediate opportunity there with a free shot to play that combo and bump this yellow into play. But anyway, he's got on it. Well, I'll tell you also, this is not simple, this. He had to hit that with a bit of pace to get the cue ball out, and that's caused him to miss it. Now, one good thin cut on this red, but he's got to get the pace right, because the cue ball's got to miss these two yellows down the table here and get back into the table. Well, he sent it straight to the rail, and that's probably sealed his fate. Matt with another free shot. Well, I'll tell you, I mean, I'd be taking that one up the top right now. The one that's up there, I'd be taking that right now, because you've no problem in then taking this one and dropping onto that one and then rolling the 8-ball up table. So that's the one I'd be dealing with, that one right there. So this should be fairly simple now. He's just got to get a little roll through and get this as straight as he can on this 8-ball and make it all simple. Well, Matt's going to be relieved, because that's 5 racks that he saw disappear. Oh, well, it wiped his feet, but it's gone in. I thought that was going to be a hanger. Now, did anything go? No, Matt's turned out to come up dry. Well, there's one problem, yellow. It's guarded by 4 reds on the left side. And that's made up Chico's mind. He's going for the reds. Now, does he play this combo right now? I mean, he's not sitting perfect on it, but it could certainly manoeuvre his red towards the pocket. And he's not finished too bad, I don't think. You can play a little dink on this red, get to the rail, but there's the problem there. Now, if he plays this cut right and gets a little chip on the yellow, he's got to play for the hit, and he's got it. I mean, at least the red's a bit more available. He's still got to get on that red, though. Well, this is make or break. Well, this is a little bit tricky. Trying to go to the rail and come back out. Well, at least he's got a pot. Problem is, though, that this cue ball could maybe come off the back of that yellow and scratch. He's missed the yellow.
Where's the cue ball going?
It's going nowhere. Big sneeze. Well, we're back. All square. CheekyChico's break. And the 8 ball's going to get. I think that's the third time he's potted the 8 ball in the break. And then, of course, we know what's happened every time he does that. He comes up dry, but he's got balls again. But
where's the cue ball going?
Ah, dear. Oh, God. Give the boy a break here. Well, there's always something happens in CheekyChico's break when the 8 ball goes in. He's either coming up dry or he's getting a ball and then scratching the cue ball. Unbelievable. And Matt's got to think his odds are pretty good for this rack. Well, this could be a big swinger again here. It could be 2 racks here. Because Matt has got a table that I would say his odds are he's going to be out. So that'll give him a 1 rack lead, and then he's breaking next rack. And we have been playing 43 minutes. Well, this is a pain of scratching, particularly on the break, and watching your opponent just tidying up the mess. For a fairly comfortable rack there for Matt. Well, Matt's has he got that yellow into the side? Yes, he does. Oh, he's caught the jaw, though. He's caught the jaw. Well, Matt could easily play a safety here. Just stun that red and kill the cue ball. Oh, he's potted it, though. See, the thing is that, well, that red goes. Oh, I mean, the way out is there. I thought that red was actually stuck behind the 8. But obviously in second inspection it wasn't. But he's got a table here that can get him back all square. And this is a vital shot here. And that's not bad pace. Well, that was one vital shot. Here's another one coming up in a second. He's got to come through the gap. And he's overhit it again. Now he needs a nice bump. And that'll work. And he's got a lucky roll there. I don't believe that's what he played. I think he overhit that. But he's had a nice little hit. And now he's got to decide what way he's going with the cue ball. And that's perfect. Now remember, no part of the jaw in these side pockets. You've got to go straight in. And we're back all square again. So it's a race to 4 now. And CheekyChico's break looks very dry. Extremely dry. Well, Matt's on his one big issue, which is that yellow below the 2 reds. He's on it. So he's going to deal with that straight away. And again, it's a very good table. It's not quite as straightforward now, but he's got quite a big pocket up table. If he plays this at the right pace, he can use the rail and the yellow for the yellow to go in. But he got it clean enough. And he's now got a thin cut. So now he doesn't know where the cue ball's really going to end up here. And it's leaked away. It's leaked away, and he's got no shot. There you go. That's how things go wrong, because he ended up having to play the thin cut. He was always going to hit the second ball with no idea where the cue ball was ending up. And he's trying to duck in the corner. Okay, he's leaving Chico a shot in his red. But Chico can use that red to come up table here. He can bank the red as a two-way shot and get up table. Well, I think the one saving grace for Chico there is that Matt can't see that yellow. But he's just in the process of bettering his position. So I think Chico's now got to make his move. He can't roll about any longer. He's got to make his move. But has he got a shot? That's the question. Well, he doesn't think he can get to the red into the side. And of course, there's a problem as well. He's got to either drop in the short side or get a bump.
Where's the cue ball going?
And it almost scratched. He's just threatening to get right out of line here. Now this cue ball's going to run away again because he's neither here nor there. And if he comes down in this line between the 8 ball and the other red, he could end up hooking himself. And of course, he's trying to avoid that. And he's again missed the pot in the side pocket. Oh dear. Well, if he does get another chance, he's still in trouble, Chico, because these two reds are now tied up. And Matt just needs one good holding cue ball here to come back a little bit for this 8 ball, and he'll be back in the lead. Oh, and he's hung the yellow, and again it's another stun shot that's caught a player out. Well, Chico, you've got to go hell for leather here, or at least duck and force Matt into kicking this. And he's missed a hit. Now he's got to play a dinky little shot here. If he can play a two-way shot and get this red in or over the pocket. And if he doesn't get the hit, he'll hopefully get the cover. And this is not ideal. But I think if he plays the cut up the rail, he's got to move the cue ball though. Unless he's trying to play it really soft up the rail. I can't see you holding it in the short side for that red. Let's have a look. No, he's got to get this cue ball moving. And that's going to go to the rail too soon. Well, Matt's got to judge the control in this cue ball again. And that's better. Well, Matt's going to win it on CheekyChico's break again, and he'll be breaking for a 2-rack lead. At the wrong end of the match, as far as CheekyChico's concerned. But has Matt got a ball? Yes, he has. That yellow stopped the cue ball from scratching. Well, I don't think, well, if you take the reds, I don't think that red goes. Let's have a look. It certainly doesn't. There's a bit of nudging needing done here one way or another. Well, that second red's now going to cause an issue for Chico because, well, he's running in and nudging stuff. That's opened the pocket for at least one more yellow. He's got himself far too straight in this one. I don't think he's got any shot. All he can do is just, well, he has managed to cut it. I didn't think that would go. Well, let's have a look at the 8. The 8 goes. Oh, now. Oh, he's hooked. Would you believe it? Is he? No, he isn't. I thought he was hooked. Panic stations. Well, he could be hooked in a minute here if he doesn't get hold of this cue ball. He could be hooked in the 8. Commentator's eye. And I've cussed him. Well, he's not hooked. He can actually pot this. Well, this will be a good one. Well, this has got to be in or over the pocket. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Very well played. Is my replay working? Hang on a minute. I don't think replay's working. We'll worry about that another day. Anyway, we're back 8 apiece here. Oh dear, that's a disaster. And Chico with a touch like a sledgehammer. He was trying to duck in behind his reds, but he hit it far too heavy. And he's just given Matt a free go here with a free shot to open up this table. Well, that's certainly not the best way to go about it. Matt's on the yellows. He's now tied up the 8 ball. He's got the one yellow that's near him, which isn't going anywhere fast. In fact, Chico may well have a 3-ball combo if he was crazy enough. No, he hasn't. And again, Matt just trying to control the pocket. He hasn't really made much of it though. But I would say Chico's got to be careful if he starts messing about with these here. That 8 ball could possibly hit the yellow and scratch. Oh, that's not a bad shot this time. He's got that one right. And that's got Matt in a hole. That was a brave shot because he didn't have much room to get to that. Oh, I think well, Chico's got a cut here to try and gain control of that pocket top left. I mean, I don't know. Or does he want to leave that where it is to try and play it into the side at some point? Maybe that was the plan. Well, that's a 2-in-1 shot. He's cleared. He's yellow. Of course, the 8 ball is completely surrounded. And this is not going to do Matt any good whatsoever, this setup, unless he plays a clever little shot. Well, he's tried to break them out, and that'll work. Now, how is he going for a shot to follow it? Oh, now he's hooked. He's going to have to tweak this a bit. Oh, look at how much of that pocket you have to take for that yellow to go in, and he overdone it. He was almost there. Well, this is last chance saloon in this rack for CheekyChico. And I'll tell you something, he's not favourite to get out here, because this red that's on the rail is a nightmare. And well, he's hung the red anyway and blocked the pocket, but he might be doing okay playing for time, because this is the one that's the issue. You just cannot be having that as your last shot to get to the 8 ball. Well, Matt's either going to try and play a really cute shot to get short side, or he's trying to get a bump, or he's trying to get it to follow it in. One of the two, and I think he couldn't have landed any better. Or is he trying to play a cross double? What's he thinking on? Is he trying to play a cross double? Why is it? I'm sure it's a legal shot to try and pot the 8 ball and knock the red in with the 8 ball and get the 8 ball to follow it in. Is that not legal? You'll keep me right here, Cobra. Why did Matt not play that pot there in the 8 ball? Because I think he's just sold out. I'm pretty certain you could. I might be wrong. Am I getting mixed up with 8 ball US or whatever? I don't know. Oh, there you go. In the end, it's a gift from Chico. But that red was always going to be a problem stuck in the rail. So Matt now with a 9-8 lead and breaking. And a red looked at the pocket, but a yellow's gone in. Yeah, you think it is. See, my chat's not wanting my phone again. I've got to look at my second monitor here. Hugh, King of Apes. I missed all that chat. I've missed all of that chat. Stub, have you renewed your account yet? That's what I meant to ask him. Or has he found a mug to actually buy it for him? Anyway, to the business at hand here. Matt on the reds. Well, that red up top. If you get right down onto the rail, can you get enough of that to pot it? It's got the legs. Yes, it has. Oh, well, I mean, he can't get. I don't think he can get enough of that to pot it. The other problem is that potting this, he's got to spin the cue ball up to try and get into that gap. That was a terrible position he was in. But he's in a strong position though. Well, Matt's got to get this cue ball right over the other side of the table, and he's found that no problem. Now, he's going to have to play a cutback here, a slight cutback. He's got it clean. So Matt now on the hill after an hour and 1 minute. This match has flown by. And CheekyChico once again on his break has come up bone dry. I'm not quite certain what Matt was hoping for there with that shot, because he's ran into the red. Well, he's got the cut. He really wants to free up the 8-ball first of all. Well, he's in a nice bump there, but he's going to run out of balls to pot, and the 8-ball's still dead in the water where it's sitting. So I think now would be a good time to duck here if he can, but I don't think he really can. He's got control of the top end of the table, but he can't go any further with that 8-ball sitting where it is. Well, it's going to be a battle of wills, this rack. But what Chico doesn't want to do is do anything to free up that 8-ball right now. And likewise for him, how far does he keep potting balls? Now, maybe it would have been a better idea if he could, you know, at some point could have tried to send one of these reds down to this corner. He's still potting balls. Well, this is doomed to failure. I can't see this going anywhere. Well, let's just put it this way. It's very difficult to say that he's going to run out. Well, likewise for Matt. He's got one opportunity with this yellow where it's sitting to get a pot and get a hit on that 8-ball. And that might have just ruined it, playing that shot there. Because if that yellow had remained where it was, that's the one shot that would have given him the opportunity to break out the 8-ball. But not only that, why should he worry about that? Because Chico's just created a foul, given Matt the free shot to open up the 8-ball. And Matt's got to try and play a 2-1. And he has done. That was very well worked out. Because that blocked pocket up top left is now open. He's still got a shot in the yellow down the bottom right. And this is a match winning play here. But maybe not. Because again, he's got himself hooked in his one yellow up table. And the only shot he's got here is a bank or a very dodgy thin cut. Well, Chico, can he run off that yellow and play the red into the side? Well, I think he got a brush on it. Now he's got to either stay short and play this 8-ball from outside or come right over to the rail. I think he's got to come over to the rail. Oh dear. I don't think that was a shot, I'm afraid. Because this is really, really tough. Good luck. This to stay in the winner's side. And that's never going to be it. Sent it to the rail far too soon. So Matt, with his chance to get the job done. Well, it's wiped his feet twice or three times there. it should be straightforward enough now. So just a rolling in the net, the 8 ball. And Matt gets over the line. Well, I think the mistakes that Chico made during the match cost him a couple of racks at least. The dry break certainly cost him. The scratch on a second break that he had cost him. And it ended up being an 11-8 win for Matt with a 5-0 lead at one point. So I think anything could have ended up the result in that match the way it went. But I just think Chico was a wee bit too sloppy in a couple of occasions that was costly. But well done to Matt. That takes him through. And he's setting the pace because he's now into round 5. And he, of course, is waiting on the winner of Semi-Pro and Albinario, whenever that's going to be. And if we look at the one-loss side, we've got that match with Spudboy and Larry later on. You've got Laser and Bankster lined up on the one-loss side. You've got Coldest Pillow, who is waiting on probably Stub, because LS3 is supposed to be playing Stub, but she's not playing. I believe she's got no intention of playing, so Stub will get advanced. And the deadline for that is the 18th, so that's a couple of days' time. And then the winner of the Coldest Pillow Stub match will play CheekyChico. So that's it all set up. So one match remaining today. That's Larry and Spudboy later on. And I'm away to catch the football when it starts. So when this match is finished, plenty of time for me. I can get a cup of coffee and get settled down for the football. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Well done to Matt. Good luck to Chico, the one-loss side. And I will bid you good afternoon. And we'll see you later, folks. And if I don't see you then at any time, have a nice Christmas. So good afternoon.
Bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.